How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys haven't already. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Disney's The Sorcerer's Apprentice from 2010. And as always, we're going to talk about positives and negatives, and I'll give you guys my final review score at the end. Also, please, if you guys would do me the biggest favor of all, go over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week. And let's dive right into the review. So first of all, this tells basically the story of a sorcerer that takes his new recruit to become a sorcerer himself. Both, of course, are going to end up having to protect the world from dangerous threats and evil. I've seen this movie 3 times and I have no interest to see it again. I'll be completely honest, the only reason I watched this movie, guys, is because I had a friend ask me to watch it and review it. And it's on Disney Plus, so he's like, yeah, it's free, you got Disney Plus, so just watch it and review it. Please, please, please. And I'm like, oh, God. This movie is so bad. And good at the same time. I really struggled having to review this film for you guys. And for you too, my friend. Both Balthazar and Dave are great characters. Nicolas Cage is in this movie, and he does really good. He's really good in the movie. As you can tell, I'm really not feeling all that well while trying to review this, so I'm sorry if I feel and look down. I got a slight head cold. But Nicolas Cage is great, and he's also a little crazy. The history and the groundwork of the universe is told and basically set up in the first 5 minutes. This film has a really great soundtrack. The CGI. Let's talk about the CGI in this movie for a quick sec. It's pretty good. It still holds up. But for this film being a 2010 film, I feel like the CGI could have been a lot better. Especially since there's Disney money behind it. Just saying. Also, I swear this movie was funded by Mountain Dew. This movie has a lot of Mountain Dew advertising in this film. Just so many ads. I also loved seeing Hiccup in this movie from How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, the actor that voices Hiccup in the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy plays Dave in this movie. I can't stress enough how weird it was for me to go back and watch this movie and be like, it's Dave, but it's actually Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. And I'm like, I'm watching this movie for you guys to review, and I'm like, I could not escape the fact that I was looking at Hiccup from the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, not Dave from The Sorcerer's Apprentice. It was really difficult to tell the difference because of his voice. And his voice is just so iconic. This film does a really unique in-car chase scene, which I was happy about. The love plot line in this film, I thought it was pretty good. Also, this film admits to the fact that sorcerers, they're constantly trying to hide themselves in our universe and in our world, but they're just bad at it. Like, you can tell when someone's a sorcerer just by their shoes. Great jokes throughout the entire film, among all the action especially. The Tesla musical room, I thought that was really cool and really well done. You don't have to have Disney Plus to watch this film. You can, of course, get it DVD, Blu-ray, digitally, or whatever, which I really enjoyed. If you haven't had a chance to watch this film, at least watch it once. Just say, hey, I've seen it. Really cool. I also loved how, at the end, in the epic finale duel, Dave not only uses his sorcery-like powers, but he also uses his head knowledge. He uses his brains to defeat the evil wizard at the very end, and I was happy about that. It made Dave not feel like some sort of Mary Sue, basically. Also, lastly, for positives, I loved the Sword in the Stone reference, and if you've seen the movie, you know I'm talking about the scene where Dave uses his magic to clean up a mess. He's got all the brooms and whatnot, cleaning and scrubbing the floors and all that stuff. I really thought it was like, that's cool, Sword in the Stone reference. For negatives, though, there are several we have to discuss, unfortunately. First of all, this film uses a frickin' Post-it note. It uses a Post-it note to make Balthazar and Dave meet up for the first time. A Post-it note is the plot device that is used to get the Sorcerer and the Sorcerer's Apprentice together to meet up for the first time to get the movie started. A Post-it note is responsible for the events of this film. A Post-it note. I had to pause the movie and rewatch that scene a few times just to make sure I actually had it right. It's a Post-it note. A Post-it note. Oh my goodness. Next thing that's illogical in this movie. Why did the sorcerer leave the prison jar that has the evil wizards inside of it out in the open? Out in the open and not hidden and locked away from others that could and do in the movie accidentally open it. Why did the sorcerer not put it in a lock? Why didn't he have it under lock and key or hidden or buried? Something. Why didn't the sorcerer put it in the mirror world? Why didn't... There are so many options of where you could have hidden the prison jar. But he just leaves it lying around in his shop as if though he is the stupid version of Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time. At least Rumpelstiltskin Once Upon a Time, even though he had a shop full of magical items, he made sure to hide the most dangerous ones under lock and key or under a spell. Why did Balazar, played by Nicolas Cage, not hide this one prison jar somewhere? He leaves it right in the middle of his shop on a counter. And you blame Dave for all the tragedy that's going on. I'd be like, it's your fault. You let the kid just magically... You let the kid just take a prison jar and open it up. It's your fault, Balazar. Gosh. Sorcerers being able to use both magic and science and having the ability to use 100% of the brain is bizarre. And when they explain all this stuff, it adds nothing to the plot. Like explaining that sorcerers basically use both magic and human science and are able to access 100% of the human brain. It's information that's like, oh, that's cool, but it really adds nothing to the end of the movie. Rules, laws, and logic don't exist for magic. Magic is used for whatever the film needs. And whenever. Like, if there is something that needs to happen in a movie in order for a character to live or die, they just use magic and it's like, done. Or like, no, we don't want that character to die. Alright, do something with magic and make it where he lives. Oh, I need a chase scene. Let's put some magical dogs in there. It's just, they use magic in the worst ways. Like, I feel like Disney's like, we're going to try to replicate why everyone loves Harry Potter. But I don't think they watched Harry Potter. Or read the books. Like, I don't think the people that were behind this movie understand what you're supposed to use magic for. You don't use magic for whatever and whenever you need it to in order to progress the plot along. You use it as a plot element. And it's just bizarre that they didn't understand that. In this movie, one of the evil magic wizards ends up doing a Obi-Wan Kenobi where he says, "These are not the droids you're looking for." And I was just like, that was really funny, yet at the same time, it wasn't original. And honestly, if you rip that scene out of the movie, it would not have impacted the plotline at all. Sorry. And that's coming from a Star Wars nerd. Lastly, the villains, they're basically a joke. They're not really a threat. You know that the good guys are going to win, and even if they do win, there's really not going to be any losses. Nobody dies in this movie on the good guy side. Nobody. Anyone that's on the good guy side, they are basically immune to death in this universe. Which makes the stakes in the final duel kind of feel less impactful and more of a CGI light show. So, overall, guys, if you guys haven't watched this movie, it is on Disney Plus. Of course, you can get it Blu-ray and digitally. And at least watch it once, just say, hey, I saw this Nicolas Cage movie, it had magic in it. Overall, guys, it's an okay film. It has a lot of logical problems, but there are a lot of great moments in it. With that, I'm going to give The Sorcerer's Apprentice an 8 out of 10. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. I hope you guys are all having a great October. Look forward to more scary reviews and whatnot here in this month. coming out very soon. Bye, guys.